The fourth neurotype is the type 2B. As we saw, these guys are more mind-muscle connection driven. They are actually not that likely to be attracted to strength sports. And if they are attracted to strength sports, it's not going to be Olympic weightlifting. It's going to be powerlifting, maybe strongman, but it's not often you see these guys competing. And honestly, these guys are the hardest to peak because they are the ones with the greatest self-confidence issue. They are the athletes who choke the most often when they play sports. The 2Bs are naturally more attracted to team sports. Type 2B individual are great teammates. They are the guys who will go to war for their teammates because their driving force is being loved, liked, respected by people they themselves respect. So they will do anything for their friends. They will sacrifice their body for the team. And when they are playing a team sports, they are not the focus of attention, so they can hide in the team so they don't feel that pressure. Type 2Bs have the highest self-confidence issue. They are very self-aware and they need external validation to feel good about themselves. So that's why in individual sports, it's very hard to handle these guys because they put so much pressure on themselves, because they always fear that they are being judged, but they need to feel respected. So lots of pressure. That's why these guys are most likely to choke in competition. Now, how do you peak them? Well, honestly, the week prior to the competition, I would do the same thing as for 2A because they are also driven by adrenaline. It's really more a matter of, to be honest, the only way you can make them peak properly is the day of the competition. You will really have to handle them properly, lots of positive feedback, lots of reinforcement, never let them have dark thoughts about themselves. These are the guys you don't want to use visualization with because they will visualize bad things. They need tons of positive reinforcement, and more importantly, they need a coach that acts like, I know what I'm doing. The worst thing for a 2B is a coach that either cannot give them full attention. Like a coach has 10 different athletes and he's basically like you in a corner, like do this, and then he walks away. A 2B needs full attention because he doesn't have confidence in himself. He needs to rely on the confidence of the coach. The second thing is if the coach looks like he's doubting, he's not confident, he almost has to act like, you know, this is no big deal. I mean, just to walk in the park, just a training. Almost looks like he doesn't care. Because, well, yeah, it's, well, okay, if he's not worried, then it's no big deal. And then lots of positive reinforcement. And as soon as, all right, I'm going to tell you a story. Doesn't really relate to 2Bs, but it's a pretty cool story and it's kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. I was coaching high school football, probably, I would say 15 years ago. And we were a pretty good team. We were actually, we had an undefeated season. It was game number 6. We're playing with our biggest rival. The first, I'm the defensive coordinator. The first drive, they are driving us and driving us and driving us. And we arrive, we are like our own 5-yard line, second down. So I call a timeout. That's the first drive, so first quarter. So I walk in the huddle, and I'm like that. And all the guys are looking like big eyes at me like, what the fuck do we do, right? Because we can't stop these guys. So they are expecting like this big moment of truth, like the advice that's gonna turn them into the 79 Pittsburgh Steelers, right? All right, guys, do you prefer blonde or brunettes? That's all I said. I mean, they're looking at themselves, what the fuck did he say, right? And you know what? They stopped them on the next 3 downs. Because they had all these dark thoughts, and I'm saying, you know what, guys, it's just a football game. Well, you can tell them, you know, guys, it's just a football game. Well, it's easy for you to say, big guy, when you're on the, yeah, right. But I call a timeout, we only have 3. I'm looking at them for like 30 seconds. Do you prefer blonde or brunettes? Like very serious. And like it just doesn't compute. They stopped thinking about bad things and they started playing. So that's kind of what I'm saying. If you see that your to-be athlete like has bad thoughts, and it's easy to say, right? To see, right? Shoulders are rounded, looking down, not confident. You have to change their mind. You have to make them think about something different. Do something that puts them in a good mood. That is the only way to avoid cheating with a to-be. Make them think about something else, positive feedback, be there, good support, and avoid them doubting themselves. That's the only thing you can do.